If you have business with Japanese companies or in Japan, or perhaps if you are planning to establish a business in Japan, you might want to know the current COVID-19 situation in Japan.
Hi. My name is Amy. I have been working in Japan for 5 years. Let me introduce the measures taken by the Japanese government to prevent the spread of COVID-19. On April 8th, the Japanese government made a state of emergency declaration over the COVID-19 outbreak. Tokyo, Osaka and some other large cities had an increase in new cases of COVID-19. Then, most of the businesses in Japan are temporarily closed for 4 to 6 weeks. Some industries such as tourism, restaurants and hotels were already affected since February, and other businesses slowed down in April not to spread the virus. Japan never went on lockdown of cities as the law prohibits it, but most people listened to the government and stayed home in April and first half of May. On May 21st, Japan lifted the state of emergency in Osaka, Kyoto and Hyogo, the second largest commercial area in Japan. The area slowly started to reopen. Then on May 25th, Japan lifted for the metropolitan area of Tokyo and Hokkaido that are hardly affected by the virus. From June 1st, businesses are slowly reopening. People are getting back to normal life with masks and disinfection. Most of the elementary, middle and high schools have already started with limited number of students in each classroom, and most of the university campuses are still closed and students are learning online. Now Tokyo has set 3 phases for reopening businesses. Currently it is in the Phase 2. Phase 2 allows theaters, gyms and restaurants open with some restrictions such as keeping social distance between each table or seat. And events up to 100 people can be held. Museums and libraries are already open for public use as they were some of the first places to open. As Tokyo's new cases have increased after reopening, they are holding to move up to Phase 3, which will allow high-risk places such as karaoke places, theme parks, bars or pubs to open. As for border control, Japan has banned travelers from 111 countries including the US and most of countries in Europe and Asia. Most likely to keep the banning through the end of June, Japan is planning to ease ban on entry from Thailand, Vietnam, New Zealand and Australia. Each country and Japan are setting up rules to allow people to travel around to get back on track. The new rules may include to present a certificate of negative COVID-19 test which is issued within 3 days prior to the entry. As for the US and other Asian countries, Japan is planning to open borders for business travelers in summer, however the details have not yet been announced. This is the summary of how Japanese government took and is taking actions for COVID-19. And one more important thing. If you are a foreign national living in Japan for business or study, don't leave Japan if you want to come back soon. Japan is not allowing foreign nationals to re-enter Japan even if you have a spouse, children, business or life here. This restriction may ease in summer, however, we cannot anticipate the future. It is a hard-knock life, but please stay safe and we will keep you updated when any rules or situation changes.